Hi, I'm Daniel Andrews, owner and creator of the DAN Show, and welcome to my latest 2021 NFL mock draft video. Today, I'm going to break down the New Orleans Saints and what they're going to do with the 28th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft. Now, if you're new here and you're a draft fan, welcome home. This is the place to be. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. That way you're notified every time I release a new video. Now, if you've been here before, you already know the drill. Give me a thumbs up and drop a comment below with your pick. Now, I got that over and done with. Let's break down the Saints. The Saints lost future Hall of Fame quarterback Drew Brees to retirement, but I don't think that you're going to draft a quarterback here. Could they use this draft for a quarterback? Sure, but not here. One thing about the Saints is that they lost several starters due to free agency. Now, one of them they lost is Emmanuel Sanders. He was the second leading wide receiver on the team last year. He ended up with 61 catches, 726 yards, and 5 touchdowns. So replacing him in the draft is definitely a possibility. A player that you could draft here would be Kadarius Toney. He's one of my favorite players in the draft, and I think really he should have been picked by now. So if the Saints want to go ahead and draft him, it's really good draft value. Plus, it's a position of need that the Saints should address. This is an explosive playmaker with the ball in his hands. He could also help out on special teams. And with Michael Thomas coming back, he doesn't have to be your number one guy. He just slides in. He's the number two guy. You can use him on end arounds. You can get extremely creative with him. It's not the pick, but it could be. I actually think the Saints use this pick on the other side of the ball. See, the Saints lost several starters on defense, and I think they use this draft pick to address several of those holes. Now, Caleb Farley could work right here. The best thing about drafting Caleb Farley is he doesn't have to come in and start right away. If he's not ready for training camp or the start of the season, you go ahead and you draft arguably the most athletic corner in the draft, and you can wait a few weeks for him to get up to speed. You got a Pro Bowl corner in Marshawn Lattimore. On one side, you can wait to get Farley up to speed. You could actually maybe start him out gradually. He's got the athletic ability to work inside and outside. And here at 28, Farley's not really a bad draft value here this late in the first round. Again, you have to be okay with the injury situation. If he's cleared, if you think he's going to be ready to start the season, this could be an excellent spot for him. Another player in the secondary would be Elijah Molden, and it's a little different with Molden because Molden would come in day one and be able to help in sub packages, whether he's your starting nickel or if you just use him in the dime set. That would kind of depend on what the Saints want to do with him. This is a versatile player. You could use him at free safety, then inside as a slot corner. You could actually put him outside. He'll contribute right away on special teams. He was a special teams demon at Washington, and in that way he'll contribute right away. What I like about Molden is the versatility. You may be able to use him at free safety. You can use him as a slot corner. You can use him inside, outside. I really like this about Molden. Defensive tackle is also a possibility. You lose 2 starting defensive tackles from last year. Levi Onwuzurike is perfect for this defense. What Dennis Allen wants to do in this style of defense, this is perfect for Onwuzurike. I actually really like this fit here for the Saints. I think it's a little rich if you want to draft him in the first round. The problem is if you wait and try to draft him in the second round, you will have to trade up. He's not going to be available where the Saints are picking in the second round. If you draft him here, it's a little rich, but it is a position of need, and he's perfect for what the Saints want to do defensively. All the players mentioned so far could absolutely work for the Saints, and I could see the Saints looking at all of these players that I mentioned in this video so far. However, with the 28th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the New Orleans Saints select Jaelan Phillips, defensive end out of Miami. I love the Phillips pick here, but it is very risky. The issue of his concussions has to be addressed. How he retired briefly from college football also has to be addressed. I fully expect the Saints to talk to Chip Kelly, his coach at UCLA, and Manny Diaz, his coach at the University of Miami, and get an idea of what kind of kid he is. If both these guys sign off on him, I could easily see this being the pick here. See, the problem is that you got to replace Trey Hendrickson and his 13 and a half sacks. Now, a couple years ago, they drafted Marcus Davenport in the first round, but in his first 3 seasons, he has 12 sacks total. Injuries has really derailed his career. And with first-round picks, you have what's called a fifth-year option. After the 4th season, it's a team option to renew him. So drafting Jaelan Phillips here is perfect insurance. If Davenport plays like he did the first 3 seasons or he's injured again, you simply just don't sign him. You insert Jaelan Phillips into the starting lineup instead. Now, let's say Davenport lives up to that first-round billing. That's great. You get an additional pass rusher. And your other defensive end, Pro Bowler Cameron Jordan, unfortunately turns 32 at the start of the season. So he's not going to be around forever. Having a guy with this much athletic ability and talent on your roster is really big. Now, again, this is a risky pick. But here's the thing. If you didn't have the concussion issues, you didn't have the brief retirement from college football, this is a top 10 pick. Jaelan Phillips, if all things were considered equal, would be a top 10 pick. But there are some issues you got to address with him. But on the field and talent-wise, he's everything you want of a defensive end. He's long, he's fast, he's athletic, he plays to run. A-plus pass rusher. He's perfect for what the Saints need. And another thing, if you're the Saints, you got to be thinking to yourself this whole offseason, hey, we swept Tampa Bay in a regular season. Then we get into the playoffs and we lay an egg. It was a bad game that they played. You have to think that this type of a player is a game changer. This is a guy that could be a home run, but it does involve some risk. But I think the Saints are willing to go ahead and take that risk. So listen, this is my pick, but I want to hear from you. I want to hear what you think. Did you like the pick? Did you hate the pick? Did you boo me? If you did boo me, it's okay. You drop a comment below, and I want to hear from you. I want to hear what you think, and I want to hear what your opinion is. What will the Saints do with the 28th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft? Leave a comment below. Tomorrow, I'm going to break down the Green Bay Packers. So, hey, I will see you tomorrow.